People are so politically divided right now. How do we deal with people who we think are so wrong? Listen to this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sytner, and on behalf of the Village Shul and H.com, I want to thank you all for listening. I also want to thank this week's sponsors. Today's talk is sponsored by John and Sari Hanser and family in honor of, this is embarrassing, Rabbi Sytner and all the work he's doing to keep everyone connected during these times. Thank you so much, John and Sari. Today's talk is also sponsored by the 2018 JWRP Israel trip, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for sponsoring. So there's an old joke that there's this guy driving down the highway and he gets a call from his wife and she says, honey, you're not going to believe it. I'm watching the TV and there's a news report that says that some crazy guy is driving the wrong way on the highway. So be careful. He says to her, one crazy guy driving the wrong way, there's hundreds of them. Now, I know I can't hear you laugh, but I know you're laughing. Everyone thinks that they're right. Everyone thinks that they're driving at the perfect speed, that they're at the perfect level of religiosity. And yes, even politically, everyone thinks that they're right and everyone else is wrong. Democrats think that Republicans are absolutely clueless, and Republicans think that Democrats are completely misguided. And while there's nothing wrong with thinking that someone else is wrong, as we watch all the intensity of this divisiveness grow into hatred, with businesses literally boarding up their windows and protests becoming violent, it's clear that we don't know how to deal with people who are different than us. So what's the Jewish response to dealing with people who you think are just dead wrong? So I think the answer is in this week's parsha. In this week's Torah portion, Avram shows us exactly how to respond. You know, he's dealing with the people of Sodom, who are literally entrenched in the deepest immorality known to humankind. They epitomize selfishness. And they literally will abuse any man, woman, or child just to fulfill their desires. Now, if you think a Republican or a Democrat is wrong, imagine what Abraham thought of Sodom. So how did he respond? He didn't riot. He didn't fight. In fact, it seems that he didn't even hate them. Do you know what he did? He davened for them. He prayed for them to live so that they would learn, so that they can be positively influenced, and so that they can improve themselves. You know, it's easy to daven for someone that we like or someone who's like us. But how about davening for someone that we don't like or someone who's not like us? Right now, we all have a choice to either hate those who we think are wrong or to hope for those who we think are wrong. Instead of carrying around all the hate or negativity, just imagine the feeling of davening, of hoping, and sincerely wishing only the best for those that we think are so wrong. Even if our prayer is that I just want them to see the light, you can do this. Stop for just 1 minute amongst all this divisiveness and think about that one person who you believe to be so politically misguided. And stop for a minute and pray for their health, pray for their marriage, pray for their kids, pray for them. Pray that they should be able to have the best of the best in their life so that they can come to see things just a little more clearly. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to sponsor the next episode or send me a message, just email me at hope@h.com. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.